welcome back to the Real Triathlon Podcast. I'm here with the one and only Nicholas Chase and Nicole Falcaro. Last week, you probably heard us talking all about Nicholas Chase's injury without Nicholas Chase. We put it in the headline, in the title, but he wasn't there. So now Nick is here with us. He can talk all about that. Nicole lost her left leg, but got a new one. So we are going to talk about that as well. Nicole, it's great having you back on the podcast. It's been a few weeks. People loved the last one we did, so I'm glad that you're back.
Yay! I figured with Nick gone last week, we needed to double down on the Nicks.
I agree. Nick, how is the rehab going?
Man, oh man! First off, it's good to be back on the podcast. I don't really have a ton of FOMO because I've been doing this shit for so long that it's like now I have a legitimate reason to not go crazy and train and be psycho like normal. It's kind of nice. I can't lie. This injury has put me in a place of appreciation of doing nothing. Now, has it been a roller coaster? Absolutely. Last night, for example, my healing has been going great. We had my scan to check up the union to make sure everything was going good because I opted to not get surgery on this because I don't want hardware for the rest of my life in my leg as I decay and as it changes and as I load it. There's autoimmune issues, there's post-surgical operation issues that I've heard a lot of people just having pain for years after they have surgery when they do anything. So I figured if there's a good chance that I can heal it myself, I want to. And that's what we checked on yesterday. Every 2 weeks we'll get a scan. What do you guys think about that? Am I an idiot?
No, you're not an idiot. You're just old. Old people break their hips.
It's not my hip. It's not my hip. It's my femur.
Well, but it's technically your hip.
Okay. Is it?
So, Nick, explain to me exactly, like, the break, because all I saw, you sent me a bunch of the imaging, but all I saw was, like, the frontal plane. So, did it break all the way through? Did it just kind of, is it like a partial break? Like, what happened? Or not what happened, but how's the break?
Yeah, the fracture itself is pretty complete, but there are portions that are still connected. On the CT scan, they were just going through all the layers, and you could see a pretty good render that it is a good fracture, but it's a very clean fracture. And I think the fact that I landed, stuck to the road like Velcro, and just hit full impact into my hip and then my shoulder a little bit, it just cracked and it stuck together. And that was the main thing. Was there any displacement? And that is a solid no. And so since there's no displacement, it should heal as is as long as I don't do anything dumb, which leads me back to my point. My wife and our daughter London, she was playing on my crutches and it was fun. I thought it was cute. Like, she keeps picking up my crutches and walking around the house and she thinks it's fun. But I was like watching them mess around and I was like, you guys, those are not a fucking toy. And all of a sudden, as I'm getting up to go to bed, like, Amy falls backwards in slow motion, like almost, and she can see me, like we make eye contact as she's falling, and she like puts her arms back to stop on the couch. And my reaction was to just pull my leg to the side so she didn't land straight on it. But she didn't end up hitting my leg, but the reaction of me jolting my leg, let me just tell you that I had a lot of crying and shaking and spasms for like a full hour after that. That was the most pain I've experienced in this break. I had those spasms for the first day or two, and because it wasn't the bones don't have nerves, you can't feel your bone break, but it's all the soft tissue, periosteum, everything just like trying to figure itself out. Anyways, that was my worst day, and it was actually during my best day because I got the scan to show it was good. A guy came over and he put me on this sick PEMF like foot thing that like my legs got warm, and I have more range of motion by like 15% today after using that thing. It's crazy. So anyways, it was a bit of a roller coaster. The pain's been crazy. I've been getting more self-sufficient. I can wipe my own ass, and I guess it's just like I'm taking it the best I can. So thanks for asking.
Yeah, dude. When it happened, I was like, oh no. What, like, that's such a bad break. And like, it just sucks, man. But it's too bad you didn't just were like a normal cyclist and broke your collarbone or something.
I've done that. That's the only other bone I broke was my clavicle during Steelhead, and a volunteer took me out. So I had that one
Oh,
done already.
yeah.
But this one, I tell you, like, and the one thing I can say, and I talked to Lisa about this, is like, it's been a tough year for our team in terms of injuries. I mean, Garrick, you've had some random ones. Jackson's broken 2 bones. Mark broken. Nicole, hamstring issue. Leslie's been broken for a while. Like, not one person. Kate Kieran went down and really broke a lot of things and took some facial impact. Like, I don't think,
Annie broke her foot.
yeah, I don't think anybody has been unscathed this year who's like our main core group, right? Lisa, she's the only one who's been solid.
Which is
And she raced the
wild.
most.
'Cause she's always the one getting surgery or injuring something. But
I know.
but
But it's
yeah.
been nice to have a team. That was my like main thing was like if it was just us on our own without like a network and people to look out for and people asking us questions, like that's the biggest thing I can say is I probably get things in the mail every other day from people sending care packages that I never even knew were coming, or food or gifts or bringing things over. This has been the biggest validation of the generosity of people and just our sport and the connectivity we all have that I've ever experienced. And how fortunate for me to experience, because now I'm like, how can I do more? How can I attack this type of injury, or when people are injured, can we have like a care package network to reach out to people and make sure that we're doing our due diligence to show people we care. So it's been inspirational, honestly. I haven't been sad. I've been sad just because I've been bored. But I got in the pool today and I swam. It was the first time I was prone on my stomach for 13 days because I put a pool noodle on my hips. I floated my hips and I was just doing dog paddles and sculling. So I'm gonna do that every day. I can't wait for that. And then prognosis, and then we can change the subject. Is in 2 more weeks I'll have another scan, and that'll be 6 weeks. And so six
Oh,
weeks
wow.
post crash, I should be able to start doing light loading on crutches, which I already probably am. I can feel. I mean, I just can't lift my leg. I have to always toe touch when I use the crutch. So I've been loading it a little bit, and like I said, range of motion's better every day. I can stand up. My right leg is like, if I wasn't doing one leg pistol squats for like the last 4 years of my life, this would be tough because I'm in the shower on one leg for like 10 minutes at a time. My right leg is getting super strong, which I do. I did some research. Like your left leg will compensate and still maintain muscle mass based off of what the right leg is doing. So I'm hoping I don't get like one tiny little skinny leg and one big leg by the end of this.
I think
So that's
yeah,
really
you might go through some like knee pain just because you haven't been loading your knee. If you don't slowly progress that's something that's very common. So with work, I deal with people who haven't walked in 6, 8 months, 12 months, and they get them up and walking. And you're right, you'd be surprised like how much strength there is there that maintains, especially an elite athlete like you're probably going to be okay. But when you start loading all the knee, like the meniscus, patella tendon, all that kind of stuff, as soon as it starts taking weight, it gets a little sore.
For sure.
So
I'll do that
you'll
in the
notice
pool
that,
first.
yeah.
I'll
But
come back in the pool and do some like 40, 50% body weight, because up to your shoulders, I think you're at 75% body weight reduced. And then I'll get a lever, so I will load it for sure, super slow. But I'm really being careful on my lateral stability markers, because honestly, like that's my biggest issue. The second that my IT bands engage or my hip flexors engage, that's when I feel that issue in my left leg start to spasm. So I have to be very careful of that. That getting in and out of the car is like, it's an ordeal, because the second
yeah.
that I get instability in my leg and it feels it'll just start to spasm, and that's that pain. It's like literally a knife stabbing an injury that's been open for a while. So that's what I have to avoid.
Oh, yeah. Well, to make it about myself, Nick, I'm very sad because I was really looking forward to Chattanooga together again, and I'm gonna make the assumption that you're not doing Chattanooga.
Yeah, I don't really have this. I have like in a time warp right now. I'm like, I don't know how long it'll take, whatever. But I'm looking and I'm hearing the doctors are like, yeah, sometimes 3, 4 months you'd be running again. I'm like, oh, that's a while. So I'm hoping by camp I'm doing some walk jogging, I'm able to. I should be riding and swimming by camp for sure, but running, I'll probably be coming back pretty gingerly. So no Chattanooga.
Yeah.
I was like going crazy, and I was like, maybe I could heal so fast with all the treatments I'm doing, because I do like probably 5 or 6 things for therapy of bone healing, hyperbarics.
I was going to
PU,
ask you if you're doing the
mats.
hyperbarics again.
I'm in my hyperbaric
Yeah.
chamber right now because it's the only place I can comfortably sit.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
and
gotta
so
be
for
rested.
those listening, Nick usually has like crisp, clean audio, but he's on his headphones today, obviously, because
Oh,
it
sorry.
might be a little hard for him to sit at his desk and stuff. But Nick, it's good enough. It's fine.
Well, Nicole, thank you for putting your gaming headset on. It looks fantastic.
If everyone wants to see, it's on the YouTube. I have a big old gaming headset with a extendo microphone on it, so I look
Extendo.
like I'm about to ask you all for some donations.
All right, so my injury is what it is. I'll be in recovery. We can talk about that forever, but there's a lot of stuff that has happened in the past few weeks too. We haven't had really a lot of us race, but racing has happened. Like the French Riviera race happened. Some drama went down there. What's on your top of your mind, Nicole, with that race?
Well, we were talking about it a little bit before we started recording, but the fact that they put the age group race on a circuit of several loops, even though the pro race was off into the countryside doing one loop, because they couldn't shut down the roads for that long. I was actually just listening to the TTL podcast, and they were talking about how they closed the roads for about 40 minutes, and they had over like several hundred volunteers so that they could not let anybody out their driveways essentially. And there's all these like beautiful multi-million dollar houses up where they were. So they had to make the call that they could let the pro race go on the one loop course, even though they advertised to the age group that they were also doing the same course, which definitely sucks for if you're an age grouper who paid for that race.
Oh,
Um, yeah, but they and even on where the age group race was doing the circuit, they had to pull off a bunch of athletes. Did you catch what Adam said the dropout rate was? He did the calculation
yeah, Adam
for age
Meredith,
group.
one of our COO for RTS, he texted me. He's like, guess the number of female 100K age group distance finishers, and I was like, I don't know, 80. He's like, no, or the percentage. Anyways, the percentage was super low. Anyways, but like it was 33 women finished, I think, something like that. It was right
Oof.
around the 33 to 36 range.
Yeah. And then overall, I I would have to double check, but it was a really low for overall age group finisher. Um,
Well, it's tough to put on a race in that location. Like I understand the why you would want to have these amazing courses on these beautiful, very busy, very expensive type of race venues, but if you can't put on a quality event, like then what's the point? Like put it off someplace where people can actually race and have challenges. And I don't know. I'm having the same issues because we want to try to bring another 70.3 to St. George, and we can't
mm,
use the same bike course. So, you know, but then again, like Boise, we just raced out in the middle of like quarry world, and like no one cared about that.
yeah. Oh, it was 23% dropout rate, 316 finish out of 409 starters.
And
That
that
was
might have
the
been,
apparently all the age group. That's not that many.
is that
400.
because they pulled people from the lapping out of the loops, do you think, or was that a thing?
Yeah, 6 lap bike course. That assume. Well, I think we're making an assumption that all of those people got lapped out.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. Garrick, did you get any watching of that? Like it was over before I woke up in the morning.
I watched. Well, I rewatched because it was between like midnight and 4 a.m. for
Hmm.
us, or 1 and 5, something ridiculous.
Yeah.
I thought it was good. It was nice to watch. I watched it on the trainer. Um, everyone's like in love with the one loop bike course for the race. To me as a spectator, I didn't think it made any difference whatsoever for
Hmm.
the pros were doing one lap or 8 laps around a
You didn't think it was more
around
scenic than London? London
I
was
was
like
just about to say, just around like an
industrial park.
industrial park. Yeah, I kind of like the technical aspect of London that you could see all the time. But I don't know. To me, there's something inherently boring about triathlon, and I feel like for me, the entertainment is in like following the athletes and seeing how they do. Where it almost, to me personally, it doesn't matter what they're racing on or what they're doing. And I know like multi-lap courses look more professional to me, but I can see why people are entertained when there's a lot of climbing in the race, and T100 does a really good job with the splits as opposed to when you're watching Ironman and they are like, oh yeah, 30 minutes ago this was what the splits were to everyone.
Well, what about this? What about this concept? What if instead of broadcasting the full race, like they're already doing a ton of content on site, and they still do bring in these, individual stories and little cameos during the race to keep it interesting. But what if the race itself was a post-production highlight show, and it just kind of captured all that lead in, the athletes getting there, told more of the story, and then they ran through the race pretty much like, I don't know, for 30 minutes, and they went through the main things that happened, but they didn't get so fixated to where you're watching one athlete all the time, and it's kind of dull and not exciting. Would that make it more fun to watch?
That's how I watch bike racing, but for triathlon, like, you kind of just want to know the results, right? So like seeing it live is kind of exciting, but if they could put that together within like 10 minutes, 15 minutes of the race being done, so those of us who can't watch it can tune in and see it, just like, that's how I'm watching the Vuelta right now, is like within 30 minutes of the stage ending, there's a 30-minute highlight package on NBC Universal's YouTube channel. And like, yeah, like that would be cool. I think a lot of us would watch that, but seeing it live, there's something to that too, right?
Do you watch any races, Nicole?
I did a really good job of not looking at social media at all until I could watch the alternate live stream on the Triathlon Hour, and our RTS member Greg Harper was one of the people who were commentating. It was so entertaining. Like I had to like get out and the door on eventually and like get my own training in, so I had to fast forward through some of the bike, but I legitimately want to go back and finish listening to it because it was so entertaining. I felt like I was actually missing something by fast forwarding. I thought it was so excellent. So it was Joe Skipper, Jack Kelly, and Greg Harper doing the alternate commentating stream. And
you could do that with like Twitch or something, couldn't you? Could that be a thing? Like you do a Twitch stream for the race?
Would you be able to see it? I'm not familiar with Twitch.
I'm not really super familiar, but I know that people like to Twitch their game, like their game feed is live, and then they're just having this commentary the whole time. So they could have like the live feed and then have like a Twitch commentary at the same time. Like that's what all the young kids are doing.
Oh, I mean, I know I look like a gamer, but I have no idea about that. I did think the
bunny ears on.
I know. I do think the women's race played out really exciting, though. It was like to have a completely new for the year top three, like complete. Like I think Ashley Gentle, Paula Finley, and India Lee were all new to podiums for T100 this year. So
that's the other thing that made it a lot more interesting, was that both races were happening at the same time.
Yeah.
And they did a good job at like jumping between the two and covering both. And they, still went to split screen, but talking about one or the other. I didn't watch the alternate stream. I didn't even know about it until after I had watched. But maybe next time that's what I'll have to do. But yeah, having both races. So if that's what you need to do if you need a 1-lap course for that, then that's great. I'm fine, totally fine with that. But yeah, I like the two at the same time, so that something's always happening.
What happened with that influencer guy who got like canceled after the race? What happened with that?
Adam Fury?
Yeah, I guess.
Is it?
That's his
not
name.
our Adam.
I don't know anything about this guy, so you might have to school me on him.
Yeah. So, Tommy. Wow. I don't know where Adam came from. So Tommy Fury is
He's a boxer, isn't he?
Boxer. Yeah. And so I'm assuming T100 has a deal with him where he talked up the fact that he was doing a triathlon He then talked about how he completed the triathlon, and if you look back in the results, he did not complete all the bike laps, but he did have permission to go and continue to finish the entire run, or start and finish the run. So he's kind of under fire right now for not actually finishing the bike course. So
Dang.
kind of.
So it seems what happened was that they only had the permits for like not enough time on the bike course, and they were pulling a lot of people off the course. And because it was a multi-lap course, they just stopped people from doing their next lap, and we're like, "Go run." That's kind of what it seems
Man,
like.
what a bummer.
Yeah.
Well, hats off for trying something big in a cool place. Like, you can't fault them for trying, and it's unfortunate to those athletes who got pulled off, and I wonder what their opinions are. I think I would be a little bit like lackluster, but if I wasn't super competitive and kind of just was out there for the fun of it, like maybe I wouldn't care, but I don't know. If it was me, I'd be like pretty pissed.
He technically still did a triathlon. He just didn't do the right distances.
Fair.
Are the T100 the right distances? Is that the standard now?
The right distances that he set out to do.
Yeah. I feel like this is just fuel for my next triathlon nightmare where I get pulled off a bike course, but I have to finish the run.
Oh, God.
Nightmare. Well, other nightmares are coming this weekend for all of the people racing Santa Cruz because it's shark-infested waters, Nicole.
That's why I'm not there.
Oh, man.
Too many creatures.
I wish I was there. That race is actually beautiful. The run course is kind of trail heavy. The bike course is windy and rolly, and the swim is real cold and in some, like, I don't know. It's always been calm when I was there, but I love that course. I'm bummed. We've got Jackson, Rachel, Vant, Lisa, and and Liz. So those are our pro squad, 5 pro athletes, I believe. If I missed somebody, didn't mean to. But I think that should be a pretty good day. Jackson's coming back his first race after his hip fracture. So we'll see what happens. See if he breaks it again.
The fracture that we don't know if it was actually a fracture.
Yeah. You got Greg, Matt McElroy, Lionel, probably Trevor, who knows. Like, everyone's just got some hip things going on these days.
Hips
If
don't
Lisa were
lie.
here, she'd say it's the super shoes.
Yeah, maybe it is. Like, maybe there's a lot going on there that we're just not used to yet. And you know what? Speaking of carbon fiber, anybody who's an environmentalist and rides a carbon fiber bike, you go to jail. Because think about it. Carbon fiber will never, ever, ever turn into anything else. It'll never break down. It'll never rust. It will be permanently carbon fiber forever. It's almost worse than lithium-ion battery productions because it'll never go away. Can't recycle it.
Did you just learn this? You're
Actually, I just learned that you can't do that, and then I also learned that in Utah, the first ever company that figured out how to recycle carbon fiber has just been given these large grants to start doing it. The only problem is it's like 100 to 200 grams heavier because they can't strip away all the materials, so you're working with like a heavier material to begin with. But anyways, I was learning that too. Like, whatever happens to a carbon fiber bike? I've always sold them, so I don't like ever just throw them in a landfill or whatever, but like, think about it. Carbon fiber can't go anywhere. It can't decompose.
Well, nothing can go anywhere. Energy can't be created nor destroyed.
Yeah, but it can't break down and be utilized for fossil fuels one day.
Yeah, well, but energy can be transferred, so really you could use anything for fuel in theory.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're right, Garrick. Yeah, no doubt. Just put it in an incinerator and see what happens. It'll turn into something.
Someone's going to be listening to this that, like, is a physicist, and they'll be like, these idiots.
Yeah, we'll stay in our lane. So, Nicole, what is your aspirations for a future race endeavor, even though you've got a little high hamstring niggle?
Yeah. Well, my body's just kind of fighting in general, coming back from Placid, I feel, even though I've been taking it really easy. And so I've been encouraged by my coach, Julie Dibbins, to come back with a localer race.
Does she, like, when you sign up with Julie Dibbins as your coach, is there fine print that says, like, anytime you mention coaching, you have to reference Julie Dibbins? I've always noticed this about you. You're always like, yeah, my coach, Julie Dibbins. She's like, you always do. I'm like, this has got to be in the contract.
I find it so strange when people don't say who their coach is. I feel like people need a
secretive.
reminder. Yes,
Secretive.
yeah,
Yeah, I got a guy. A guy is telling me.
yeah. So anyway, so I'm going to do the Edisto Triathlon, which is down near Charleston, and I'm going to work in a family visit to that again. That's where my brother lives and his family. So I'm going to do
That's
that.
where
That
you
is,
you
yeah.
podiumed there last year, didn't you?
I did. I was second to Grace Alexander, my arch nemesis.
Every female
Kidding.
triathlete's arch nemesis.
Yeah. And then Indian Wells, I am going to come back for that. That'll be my final 70.3 of the year. So
I'm
that should
signing
be
up.
a good one for us.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
signing up.
Awesome.
Kate Kieran's coming back for that one too. First comeback race after crashing many moons ago.
Okay, awesome.
You
Yeah,
typically have a
that'll be
good day
good.
there too.
I do, yeah. I really, really like the run there. It's on
They
a golf
changed it.
course completely. I know that the start is different.
I think
Or
it's no
the-
longer on the golf course as much.
Okay. Well, I'll look at that later. I do know that it's like it's not in the tennis garden this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't afford that rent. I'm sure that's expensive to hold it in the tennis gardens.
I bet. It's so beautiful, but I
The
picked a grapefruit there last year. They have grapefruits on near transition, so if you lose your
the
nutrition.
the grass where they have transition is like the most spectacular grass I've
That's
ever
probably
seen.
why they can't do it, because we like pissed all over it and somebody like we ruined it. Like, guys, I don't know what you did to the grass, but we can't do anything anymore to grow it.
Nicole, why do you like that run so much? What do you like about it?
It reminds me of cross country. So you never have a rhythm for very long because it's either you're going either up, down, or making a turn. So, and there's part of it that's on like a very tiny part. Everyone makes a big deal about it. There's part of it that's on sand, like
Oh, yeah.
dirt sand. So it's awesome.
When I did that race, they were making a huge deal about that in the pro briefing, and they were like talking about it and talking about it. And then I remember, and I was like, man, that sucks. That's really gonna suck having to run across all that sand. And it
10
was like,
steps.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. It's like 8 to 10 steps.
We
yeah.
need to do like the pro meeting stories. Like, we need to like, I feel like I'm always walk out of a pro meeting like losing part of myself. Like, I haven't gained anything from a pro meeting. I've always lost, and I want to figure out what that is and what point does it happen, because I go in there with high hopes. Hey, how's it going? Everyone's doing good. Wow, look at you. And then in the last 10 minutes, I'm like, I don't even know where I go. Like, I'm like, am I still here? Like, I just came back and we're still in this meeting, and Melanie McQuaid is still asking about the swim buoys, and if you keep it on the left for that first one or the right, and like, I don't know what's happening.
And then, are there going to be lead motos? Are they going to be far ahead?
This is what I'm talking about. We all have it. The question I always ask, because I keep it going, is do we have to wear our bibs on the bike? I always keep that going because that question should always be in a pro brief.
I don't think that's a bad question because all the European races, or most of anyone I've done, you wear your bib on the bike.
I know, it's the dumbest thing ever. Like, let's strap all this aerodynamic equipment on you, put numbers all over your shit, and then let's wear this flag that just flips around. And usually it's not created for this, so it gets wet and it kind of falls off, and then you get disqualified because you don't have it.
I don't know
It's a
about that.
dumb
I
rule.
just crumble mine up
Let's
if I
challenge
have
Roth.
to.
That's what happened at Challenge Roth 2 years now. That bastard falls off, and you have to have it, or you'll get like. My bib came off at Challenge Roth within the first 2 minutes, and luckily Felix, the race creator, was behind me on a moto, and I just handed it to him. But 7 refs came up to me and were like, "Where's your number? And then I was like, I gave it to Felix, and they left me alone. But they're smart because they give you two. They give you one to put on a run bib specifically. But, man, I agree. But anyways, what questions would you ask if you could only ask one every single time?
Ooh, can I interlude with a story related to this? So
Yeah.
you guys know about mortal hydration, right? Like it doesn't have any carbohydrates. It has salt.
They changed
And
it.
they changed it, yes. But, so I asked, I just heard about them changing it. It's going to have about 10 grams per serving of carbohydrate, which is not a lot, but it's something. And so I asked this question at Lake Placid Pro Briefing. I said, is it the old mortal with the stevia or is it the new mortal? And somebody who was not the Ironman person who I asked, it was somebody sitting in this audience who knew immediately, and I also an Ironman employee who said, "Oh, we will have the original formula of Mortal through the end of this year," which it makes sense, right? They have a lot of inventory. I'm like, great, that's a legit question. Someone had a really good answer, and then I asked that during the bike course. Then the run course director goes up and he talks about the aid stations and.
Like we have Gatorade on this one.
I wish. So he goes through. He goes, it's water, mortal, Coke, mortal, water, and Leon Chevalier. Wait, the other Leo, Berger. No, who's the one who's more long distance? I mix them up. Chevalier. Yeah, he raises his hand. He goes, "Is that the one with the stevia?" About the mortal, he was mocking me. So
No.
What?
yeah, yes, I'm probably not telling the story well, but and everyone laughed when he asked the question. Was that the one with the stevia? Because the way I had asked the question was, I said, is that the one with the stevia or is that the one with the real sugar? Like, it's not because I was anti-stevia. It was because I wanted to know if it had sugar in it because it would slightly adjust my plan. Anyway, so he asked, "Oh, was that the one with the stevia?" Everyone laughs. And so after the meeting, I went up to him and I said, "Oh, are you sensitive to stevia or something? Or were you just mocking me about my question?" And he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry." Like, he's like, "As soon as I said it, I knew I shouldn't have said it." And I was like, "Oh, okay," because I thought it was a legitimate question because the new formula has some carbohydrate in it.
Ooh, high school. That's why triathlon, I'm telling you, is just high school. You got your cliques, you got your popular people, you got everyone who's just trying to mind their own business and have a good time. You got people who just want to be judgy. That is high school stuff right there at its finest. And pro athletes, when we get in a big room, I just watch it. I just see the cliques forming in the cheerleader groups over there, and then you got the nerds and who are just cared about aero, and then you got the influencers who aren't that fast. And you got people who've been old and forever, just like me. Like, it's just crazy the clicks we get.
Yeah, but I think we need to respect each other's questions, and even if it is the 10th time someone asks, "Do you keep the buoys on your right or left?" It's.
I don't know if I hear that question 10 times in a briefing, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna be like, "Are you listening? Is anyone here? Were you just like me? Did you just black out?" Pro briefings.
Maybe not 10 times in the same meeting, but 10 meetings in a row.
Fair.
I think it's okay.
See, I hold all my questions and I ask them personally because I don't want to give my competitors an advantage in knowing the answers, right?
Or knowing that you're worried about stevia. Because if I was I'd be like sprinkling some stevia on your aero bars. That way it gets on your skin and it gets in your body, and then you're having a reaction. I'd be like, "Oh, Nicole can't handle stevia. She's out."
It's not that. It's just that I want the sugar. Garrick, what's your good question you like to ask in private?
Where's the shortcut? Where's the best place to pull off and not have to get too far back to transition?
Is there a short shoot on this run? Who do we hand our chips to if we DNF on the bike?
So can I get the hotel room number? Because I'm going to bring that back later tonight. Already planning. Oh, all right. Races, no big deal. Triathlon is crazy. It's a fun sport, yeah. But pass or smash. Let's get into that, Garrick. I know
Ooh.
Nicole. I think you have some too.
Hmm.
And I don't even know where the sound bites went. Like my dashboard on this whole like Riverside thing, it never makes sense to me. So
Well, I'll put it in
yeah,
post.
you just make the sound.
Pass or smash. Pass or smash. Na, 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 pass or smash. All right. So for the first one, no socks for the run. Pass or smash?
Pass.
Tough. That's tough. I have like feet that can handle it, unless it's a Nike shoe. So I don't know. I'll still smash.
No socks on the run?
Yep. Fuck them. Too much
Sam
time
Longstaff?
lost.
I go pass. If I'm doing like a local, even Olympic, I'm putting socks on. Just because I find it's not
What
worth
about a
it.
sprint? Are you going to do it in a sprint? Because you know that time is valuable in a sprint.
Yeah, I think I haven't done a sprint since moving up to long course, but I would say I'd probably not wear socks for a sprint.
Dude, I highly recommend it because guess what? It's an hour of your day, and no matter what happens, it's only an hour of your day.
I hope it's not an entire hour of my day.
Well, I mean, basically just saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, next topic.
Nicole, do you have one?
Yes, I have. Oh, AI coaching, pass or smash.
Ooh. For anybody who's not just like within their first few weeks, pass.
I would say if it's not like overlooked by a coach, I would say pass.
What about you, Nicole?
For
Your
me, I love my coach Julie Dibbins, so I would say pass.
question? Oh man.
I mean, it's been working well for Lionel. I worked well at the start of the year for Lionel.
Everything
Having
works for
ChatGPT
like
coach him.
a little while for Lionel.
Yeah, it does seem like that. Okay. Peeing on the bike.
Smash. Smash it. Smash all day. If you don't do it, you're giving up comfort and time.
Yeah, smash.
I say smash too, but I have a lot of difficulty peeing on the bike. Just pushing her out.
So are you a climber peer or a descender peer?
Descender peer.
Yeah.
Same.
I gotta do both. I like have to release all the pressure out of the saddle while climbing, and then over the top, stay out of the saddle, keep releasing, and then on the descent, just try to not get dropped and pee at the same time.
Yeah. Once I get her going, it's okay. But just getting there to start, I find very difficult. Every Ironman I've ever done, I've had to pee the entire time on the run.
Oh, I couldn't stop peeing at Placid on the bike and partially on the run. It was like a thing. It was bad. I swear I
Yeah.
peed 5 to 6 times. Every time it's a
Do you
downhill,
think it's the stevia?
it's the getting bullied about asking about the stevia.
Leon is such a nice guy too. Like I can't believe he did that to you. He must have a crush on you. That's like one of those things where it's like if
He
you
doesn't
make
know who
fun-
I am.
if you
He
make-
still doesn't know who
probably-
I am.
He probably saw you and he was like, "Girl, I like you, but I can't let anyone know that, so I'm gonna shame you. I'm gonna neg you on purpose."
That's middle school stuff, and
I'm telling you, it's high school stuff.
Yeah.
All right,
right.
next.
do you have any, Nick, or is it just me and Garrick
I'll
alternating?
think of one during your next one.
Okay. Next one is race starts after 7:30 a.m. Like later race starts.
Oh, smash.
Pass. I want to get that done. I want to get it over with. I'll get up at 2.
I raced Marbella in 2019, and I was telling other people I had looked at it recently because of Worlds, World 70.3, and that race started at 7:40, and that was so nice. That
Okay,
felt late.
I feel like you need to adjust the time on this for me because I think after 9 or before 9 is a better indicator of a pass or smash because 7 is like
Mm,
7
you
I
would.
don't care, 8 it's fine, but like I'd say 6:30 in the morning race start pass.
Agreed.
I would advocate for Ironmans to start at noon.
They do if you race in Campeche. We started at 1 p.m. right when it was 98 degrees in full sun. It was great.
That's wild.
Yeah, it was hot.
Ironman Victoria, I I believe it started at 8, or it might have been 8:30 even, and it was glorious.
Is that the one they push back because the water's always really cold and one time they cancel the swim? Or am I thinking? I'm
No,
thinking of something in
that
the
was
West
It was
Canada.
Victoria Gasteiz.
yeah, Victoria,
Oh,
yes,
my bad. I thought I heard
I think
Victoria.
Oh, I think you're thinking of Ironman Canada last year. They pushed back our start and then canceled it because the water was too cold. But yeah, Ironman Spain, I guess we could call it.
Got it.
Yeah, I think it was 8 or 8:30 start. Like it was so nice. We woke up and it was like the sun was up
It's all right.
and
Yeah, it's
like
light out.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
There's no
What a
impotence, man. There's no like stress when that happens. You should be waking up concerned where you are because you barely slept for 2 hours, and you should be like, oh fuck, now I gotta make breakfast, and I gotta race starts in 3 hours from now, and I still gotta do 10 or 15 things, and then like you should just be on edge the whole morning, just freaking out. There should be no relaxation.
What's the
Uh,
latest, or like, what's the most minimum amount of sleep you guys have ever gotten before a race? And this is like a half Ironman or Ironman, not like a sprint.
Four,
oh,
4 hours.
4 is
I was
the
gonna say.
least?
Yeah, I'm a sleeper. What can I say? I'm a good sleeper.
Wow.
I ran
That's
I
good.
guess this isn't Ironman or half Ironman, but I ran a half marathon and I didn't sleep at all the night before.
Not recommend.
Is this
Yeah.
college time or?
It wasn't on purpose. I just couldn't sleep. And there was like people were partying and stuff, and then I had to get up at like 3 or 4, and so I couldn't
Mm.
sleep. But
Guys, it
run
sounds like
went
there's a
well.
legitimate tornado outside my house right now, and like I don't know what's happening, but it's like raining furiously, and I can hear shit and wind all over my house. I wish I could get up, but I can't.
I didn't know it rained in St. George.
I don't know. It doesn't rain, but it sounds like it's like hailing, and people are getting thrown around outside. All right, sorry. It was just it's so loud I can't even stand it. So pass or smash, I had one and I lost it. Um, who's got a filler? Filler
Garrick's turn.
lines.
Uh, Contrast therapy.
Smash, baby.
I would say smash only because after St. George, it was really nice to do that. Before that I would have said pass, but I really
This is
liked
so
doing it.
contrast therapy is where you go into the cold and into the hot, right? Hot
Yeah,
water, cold
Correct.
water.
My coach Andrew Huberman said we should do it.
I think it feels really good. I don't know if there's like a benefit to it, but the feeling is like unreal. So I would say smash.
I like it too. All right,
Yeah.
I got mine. I remembered it. Making your nutrition bottles the night before a race, pass or smash?
Why do you not like this? I know you're gonna say pass. Why?
Pass.
Because you forget
Because
them?
because why do you need to have cold bottles in the morning? Why?
You don't need them cold. I only put mine cold in the fridge because, or else they'll just grow mold instantly.
So just make it in the morning.
But it takes me so long, and I don't know why, but it's a task that it takes me long at my house before I go out for if I have a morning
I've
ride, I make my bottles the night before. It just takes
I
long.
have seen you put a bike on a trainer, and I know how long that takes. So I can imagine the bottles take quite a while.
What? Anyway,
Cabo,
sorry.
2022.
Oh, yeah.
I remember. Garrick, pass or
I
smash?
say smash. But what I do is I put the powder in the bottles and then I fill them in the morning.
Oh,
Alright,
that's
so
fine.
So it's like
So
halfway.
half.
But prepped in the morning, so I'd say
The
smash.
main reason I will never do that is because the one time that I did that, I forgot my nutrition in the refrigerator. So for me, that's like, and I've seen that happen to a number of people. So for me, that's why it's a pass. And okay, pass or smash, having cold bottles on your bike, freezing a bottle.
Pass. Doesn't make a
Dumb.
difference.
Biggest dumb.
Too much to
waste
think
of
about.
time. That's so American.
Also, with the condensation, sometimes you'll lose your bottles. That happened to me in
Yeah.
Tobago the one year, and I
That is
lost my
such
bottle.
an age
I
group
was like,
thing to do these days. Age groupers, stop freezing your bottles. It doesn't make a difference. Learn to deal with a warm bottle. Your body will thank you too. Sorry.
All right. I have one. Pass or smash. Staying in aero during long rides.
Wait, that's way
If you
too
ride your
vague.
TT bike.
Like, are we going like 8 miles an hour, like on a bike path?
This is like a 4 to 5 hour ride at zone 2.
I'd
Yeah.
say over 60% arrow, yeah. Pass. I mean, smash.
Zone 2, yeah. If you're going zone 2, like open roads, I would say smash.
Okay. Same.
But
What's your reasoning for that one? What?
I don't really know.
You're just like, I don't know, just ask it.
Just
Putting air in
sure.
your tires. Should you putting air in your tires, pass or smash?
okay, well, I got one here that's just food.
Ooh.
They just said food, so I was gonna skip that because I assumed
smash.
we'd all smash.
Yeah, good job.
Man, if I didn't have food, I think I would die in like
Yeah.
3 weeks. I'd probably die.
I think I make it a couple days.
All right, that was a good one though. Food, I like that was a good interjection. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Racing in the pro category, but not even
Smash.
coming.
Oh.
But so racing in the pro category, even though you wouldn't even finish top 5 in the age group race.
Pass.
Yeah, pass for me.
Not even worth that. You know, it's $1,500, $1,600 for a pro racing this year. Like, not even that cheap anymore.
Yeah, that it's not. I mean, it's Ironman Arizona's $1,400 registration.
Oh, for age group athletes to race
Oh,
age
wow.
group? No, it's. Are you? That's
That might be
robbery.
in Canadian, but that's
Okay.
still like
So
1,000
that's like
US.
900. I don't know, man. I can't imagine the cost of these races and how much they actually cost to put on. Think about inflation just for like groceries. Imagine
Oh, yeah.
inflation for like race directors.
No, for sure. Like the costs and permitting and everything has gone way up.
Yeah.
But that's still like expensive.
I don't know.
For-
It
for-
would not be worth it because when you're out there racing and you're just getting demoralized and people are like, that guy's a pro and he's like 7 hours behind the finisher. Like, that wouldn't be worth it for me.
I think, yeah, like it's if you're consistent. Like obviously you can have a bad day, and especially in an Ironman or half Ironman, like stuff goes south, stuff goes awry. I think the question here is more like, when do you make that jump from age grouper to pro, just to see where you're at, right?
When you can finish at least better than the fourth female. When you can finish and you're just outside the female podium, I think then you're probably pretty close, because then you'll probably have another development over a year, and then you'll be beating at least the women. I like that as a male reference. Not like there's a gender bias here, but I think it's just like a good reference point for our differences in speed. Because when I get beat by like Lucy, Charles Barkley, or Annie Hogg, I'm like, shit, I had the worst day today. Because I at least want to be able to beat them. Not like I'm better than them, but it's just like a male-female thing. And if a female beats a male, they're probably like, oh yeah, fucking beat that guy.
I don't personally compare, but I guess this question's a little bit tougher for women because so many women will not accept their pro card because they don't feel like they've deserved it and they don't want to be the last pro. So you kind of need someone to be last, and you need a little bit of fodder and a little bit of people, just bodies also in the pro field, so that when,
Yeah.
for example, my first race I did Oceanside, my first pro race I did Oceanside, and I think I was like 16th out of 24, and I was like, all right, like
That's pretty good.
top two there, like that's good. Yeah, I felt the same way, and I was like, okay, I feel like I belong, and it was because I at least beat like 10 or so women, so it kind of makes you feel a little bit more legitimate when at least you have other bodies
Yeah.
behind you.
You need to
So,
beat people. You need people there to beat.
yeah.
Yeah.
But there's also, so like this brings up another issue of like full-time age group athletes. And like, are you really an amateur if you're doing it full time, right? And like that goes along with a lot of them are accepting sponsorships, whether it's monetarily or product, and they're doing it full time.
They can't be
They're not
getting a
doing
lot
anything
though,
else.
unless they're a big influencer. Like it can't be
No.
taking away from a pro.
No,
a
but they
highly ranked.
they can still walk up to these races and just clean up, and like then they're technically not an amateur, right?
Oh,
so
like
then where
in
do
the
we...
age group field, they're cleaning up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a guy in Utah. I think his name's Andrew Hall. One of the nicest guys. Terribly, ridiculously fast. I think he wins his age group at Kona like every year. He could compete as a pro, but he just doesn't want to. So, yeah, I validate that decision also.
Well, that's why I really like the new qualification rules for Kona with the performance ranking against your age group, because you no longer have those couple of professional age grouper, if you will, who are basically gatekeeping. So if you
Yeah.
only give 2 slots to female 40 to 44, and those 2 women are women who have financial means to have all really good equipment and coaching and the means to train full time, they no longer are gatekeepers for other women to qualify for Kona. So
Yeah.
I really like that, the new system, strictly for that reason.
Maybe they should do some handicapping where they're like, all right, let's look at your income. You make
Yeah.
less than $50,000 a year. You're going against a chick who makes $1 million a year. We're going to give you an extra 10 minutes on her. So don't worry. We know you can't get that same bike. There's got to be something like that right now, right?
Well, Ironman does ask what your profession is when you sign up. So
That's
they're
just so
probably
they can
doing
sell that data. They're selling that data to statistics.
I always put in prostitute.
My friend who's an ER doctor put in ER doctor, and she got invited to the Ironman Foundation VIP area one time, and then once she was there, or maybe it was in an email, they gave her they're like, if you want to make a donation, started at $1,000.
Oh, they're targeting you if you make a lot of money.
They were targeting, and the donation started at 1,000.
Hey, maybe I should start doing that. Be like, hey, I noticed you drive a real nice car, truck. What do you think? Think there's a chance you fund me a little bit? You got some extra. I know you do. Look at that car.
Starting at whatever your car payment is.
They don't have a car payment.
It's paid off.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Do we have any more pass or smashes?
Oh man, I've got so many. How long do we want to be here?
Let's rapid fire these last ones.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Girona doctors.
Pass. Even for like anything, no doctors there at all.
Yeah, pass. All right. Using power pedals, even though you have a crank-based power meter installed, so dual
Smash.
power recording.
Smash. I want redundancy.
Pass. You'll overthink it.
Yeah, I'm saying pass. Unless you're on Zwift, and then you need to know which one reads higher to
Yeah.
put into Zwift. Yeah. Okay. Cleaning out your bottles once a week or less.
What? I clean mine every time I use them.
Yeah,
mofo.
pass. So much humidity here. Garrick, it's
definitely.
humid there. Yeah, I'm
Pass.
just having
My
a mold
basement gets
issue.
humid, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
pass. I put it. I'm running through the wash every time. Signing up to a local triathlon under the name Christian Blumenfeld.
Who's doing that?
Let's smash that. I want to try that. No, because you have to put your USAT card. Maybe they'll cross-reference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you could, I would. I'd smash that.
I would
sure.
put Michael Jordan.
Oh, yeah, something random.
Or Ance Larmstrong.
We're not doing that one.
Ooh. Risky.
I'll read some of these to you like after.
No, it'll be on the Patreon version.
Yeah. No. Buying a $20,000 bike, even though you can't hold 4 watts per kilo for an Olympic distance.
Smash, man.
Smash.
Yeah.
Smash.
Smash.
If you
All
got the money, like, yeah, smash it. Like, that's different.
Absolutely.
That's a different level of living. Like, you don't have to worry about it. $20,000 is like nothing to you.
Okay,
20,000's like how much Nick put into his new used car.
Hey, not right. Not even close.
We're getting there.
Give me another week. I haven't driven it in 12 days, so who knows what's adding up behind my back in the garage.
Okay. Can't read that one. That one's targeted at someone.
The new Prius, pass or smash?
The
Pass.
new Prius.
Pass. The trunk's
how
not
big?
high enough for a bike. That's why I have a 2020.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They keep making the battery bigger, so like now the trunk, when you are approaching the back, is like at your boobs. You're like, what is this? And then it's like a foot high.
Oh.
Sounds like woke woman problems.
If you got to put a seat down to accommodate a bike, your car is too small.
Oh my gosh, that's so American of you.
Yeah, Garrick will buy a truck just for his bike. 2500 HD Duramax.
All right, wearing your finisher medal and maybe your age group winning podium medal all the way back to your car. Oh, the airport could be another one.
Yeah, that's a pass.
Smash.
No way.
Yeah.
Be proud.
Smash.
The sport needs all the advertising it can get.
Back to your car. Back to your car.
Bin.
Smash. I mean, I'd say back to your car for most people. Smash. I know some athletes who like Cody Beals finished second at Chatty last year, and he left his award on the table.
I know. I was like, dude, I'll take it. I'm going to show my kids and make them proud of me for a minute. What about this? Pass or smash? When you're swimming and there's a chair at the end of your lane, you drape your Ironman finisher towel over the back of the chairs in a statement to all who pass.
Pass.
I don't have one of those, so pass.
That's what they do in Utah. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I'm like, ooh.
I never finished my Ironmans apparently. So.
No, you just. I'll see you at the finish line though, no matter what.
Yeah. Telling your spouse about all your workouts.
Smash.
Pass. She doesn't care.
Yeah, pass.
Nicole like talks to Lee about it, and I could just see him like in Call of Duty, like, yeah. And you're like having this. Oh, it was so great, and then he's like, yeah. Oh, great. I got this one.
He doesn't even like take an ear off.
He's like, oh shit, guys! Oh yeah!
Yeah.
Quiet, Nicole.
All right. I know Nick's gonna smash this one. All right. Rectal coffee enemas.
I'm gonna pass heavily on that one. Pass. I do know someone who did that.
Depends who's administering it.
No, you do it yourself. You do it yourself in the shower. I can tell you.
You
that
don't
much.
have to.
No, yeah, you're right. You don't have to. I'll funnel a coffee enema.
That would get you so wired.
I don't know.
We could try it at camp as a bonus add-on.
I'm gonna come in with like this like dark music and like Everybody, we're having a beautiful experience today. Please, open your buttocks. I didn't pay for this.
All right, on to the next one.
They could pay someone to do it.
Extra $40 for a rainbow cassette.
Pass. I don't think they look good.
I'm not sold on the.
I smashed it and got I do have it, so I smashed it. I didn't mean to because it was the only one left in stock, but I was like, $40. It's already $300 anyways.
Wow, that's very inclusive of you, Nick.
Yeah. Hey, big fan. I got rainbows. My daughter drew a rainbow on my leg with washable marker and a bunch of profanity, so I'm a big fan.
Nice. All right, duathlons.
Oh, Garrick, you love aquathlons.
Aquathons?
Aquathons. I never know how to say it.
Is that like saying a croissant? Aquathon?
I'm gonna say smash for duathlon, and I feel like we used to have like a duathlon season that was like early spring, like late fall.
It lasted 1 month because the water was just too cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's I feel like it's gone now.
I'll pass.
It's like they're like gone.
No, I say smash. It gets people into the sport.
No, wait. I meant to say smash because it's harder than triathlon. It's harder than swim, bike, run. It is so hard.
Mm-hmm.
I never found it to be harder. I always found that like my legs on the bike felt so good from the opening run.
Well,
that I could always push so much harder.
That run hurt so bad.
The second run hurts so much worse. Yeah.
Yeah, because everyone runs a PB for the first run.
Yeah, I'm doing 17-minute 5K and then a 22-minute 5K.
But they changed it. No, Nick, they changed the distances now. It's 5K, 20K, 2.5K, or 10K, 40K, 5K.
They gentrified it. They made that like Whole Foods friendly now.
Yeah, but it's more like Erewhon because you still got to pay like $200 to do it.
Yeah, how come every local triathlon is like $180, $250 now? They're like Ironman set the standard. We're just following. But it's probably, I don't know. I would say that the standard of the racing has not increased at all, even though the prices have increased.
It's the permitting and just the cost of everything, like Nicole said. I was speaking with a race director last year at this time, and he was like, I don't know if we can keep doing this because the costs keep going up and up.
Yeah, the communities make it so hard for race directors to do their job.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're getting to near the end of, kind of. All right, iron supplements, pass or smash?
Smash.
Smash.
You gotta get it. You gotta have that iron.
Only if you need it.
Yeah,
Only if you need it.
You can hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, fasted training.
Depends, but smash.
Oh, pass.
Sort of smash.
Smash.
I mean, I'll start
just for easy sessions.
Yeah, 15, 20 minutes, maybe an hour, easy. But if I'll start a session fasted for 10 minutes, and then I'm not fasted because I take a gel. So, yeah, I qualify.
I do my easy sessions in the morning fasted for
one
various
time
reasons.
I had this Austrian coach who made me do like a 5-hour, 90 RPM, zone 2, water only ride. That mother effer should be thrown in jail. I think I lasted like 3 hours, and I was like, this is not feeling safe anymore.
Yeah, I think that's like, it could be good, could be bad if you don't really need it.
No, you don't need that
for the
shit.
most part.
If you're focusing on performance and not being emaciated, then you need to.
Yeah. It's also if you are training for an event in which you will not have carbohydrate, if this event says it's like those no watch events where you have to know how long you've been racing, but if you find a race that you are not allowed to have carbs,
no eating.
Then no eating. Sure, go train fasted for a 5-hour ride, but that's literally the only use case where it makes sense.
That's a good take on it. Like, who can go the furthest without carbs? At threshold.
Yeah.
Permitting might be more expensive.
Yeah, I've actually found I've gotten a lot of benefit from it, but I try not to talk about it because We try not to
we
talk
can't.
about weight on this, but
Yeah,
I would say
talk about body image,
but I don't do it
weight,
fully
comparison.
fasted. Like I do bone broth in the morning. I do bone broth and then the session.
Wow, look at you getting all your heavy metals in. All right, let's do one more, Garrick. We're at 1 hour and 2 minutes to this ridiculous podcast.
All right, we're almost near the end here. 5+ hour trainer rides.
Smash. You got to do a couple. You got to just mentally suffer and hate yourself and want to quit and then keep going to the pantry and eating and getting all the rando shit. You got to do it.
I say pass.
Sure. Just once. Do it once.
I mean, are you still watching TV and listening to music?
Yeah.
Well, then
just staring at the wall.
What are you mentally training? You're just.
It doesn't matter if I'm on that bike for 5 hours looking at a wall or 5 hours watching something. I still hate myself. It hurts. It's not fun. I would rather be in the wind and have all the excitement of road around me.
I think you can you can dial in. I think you can like, especially for Ironman intervals, you can really dial in and have 0 interruptions and just go for, like, if you're doing 45 minuters, hour, 75 minuters, you just get in those aero bars. If you can sit in your aero bars for the whole duration of your Ironman intervals on the trainer, don't care what you're watching or listening to, your legs are gonna thank you in the last 40K of that Ironman and your back.
Yep. And you can trust me because I have only DNF'd at 10 out of my 50 Ironmans. Works 10% of the time every time. Oh, all right. Well, that was fantastic Pass or Smash session. I mean, I don't know what else we could possibly have talked about.
Well,
that was.
I have 2 more. We're just gonna leave these hanging.
All right, go as fast as you can because you take a long time to read them.
What? You take forever to answer them. All right, carbon shoes for run workouts.
Pass.
Pass until the week before race week.
Same. Pass. Kona obsession.
Pass.
Oh, pass.
Pass.
Ooh.
All right. And that's it.
Man, those were fun. Those were good ones to end on.
Yeah.
Controversial. All right, well, Kona, I think, is going back to how it used to be next year, so everyone's excited about that. No one's going to Nice anymore, which all the grumblings and maybe Ironman's like, yeah, we got a little hungry. We got a little too hungry, and now we're starving. So maybe we need to go back to the roots. So I like that. I hope to see Challenge Family make a presence in North America again. I know that can happen and provide some alternative race venues and experiences for athletes of the same quality. So hopefully that's happening in the next 2026-27 period.
They're doing a full race in Quebec City.
Yeah, so North America is coming, and we need to support them. And support your local races. Please, if you can go to a local sprint or Olympic, just go. Spend the $140 and hang out, cheer for your locals. You'll see people on mountain bikes who don't have any business riding that mountain bike, and that's inspiring. So support the locals, help those people, because I think that's the biggest problem in our sport, and I'll end on my rant on that, is that we're not doing enough to help younger generations get into this sport. So if you can do that, that should be part of your triathlon mission.
Yeah, and if you can't race it, go and volunteer, because they always need volunteers.
Yeah, and you'll get a shirt.
Yep,
yeah,
and probably breakfast.
No, you'll get a donut. It's not breakfast, Nicole.
I'm getting a breakfast sandwich. I'm volunteering on Saturday at my local tri, so they have breakfast sandwiches.
Nicole, I think you're the best triathlon mom we have.
Oh, thank you.
All right, well, thanks, Nicole, for coming a little bit last minute. We're so happy that you were here, and it's great to have all these different voices. Garrick, whatever, good to see you, I guess. Thanks a lot. Frig off. And if you do, and also thank you for listening. If you've made it this far, huge kudos. Thank you. We want to make sure this podcast is entertaining. It takes care of you and gives you a little knowledge, a little perspective from people who live this life. through and through. And thanks for all the support. Subscribe, like our YouTube channel, watch the podcast, tell your friends, and give us at least $10 in Patreon or something. Join RTS Racing. It's $100 a year, and I will sign your hat.
And we got to pay for Nick's medical bills, guys. So
I did
the
get surgery 'cause I
Patreon
was like,
link
I
is
can't
in the
afford that.
description.
All right, Nicole, peace out.
Peace out.
Peace out.
Out.